Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Small Talk. You already know, two queens, two perspectives, one topic. But tonight we have a special guest that we're putting in the hot seat, y'all. We have CEO Mikey from the Bulture Podcast. Mikey, say hey to the listeners
How y'all
and tell us
doing? How
about
y'all
yourself.
doing? How y'all doing, ladies? I'm sure it's a bunch of women watching, so how y'all doing?
We're great.
We got
We're
some
we're
dudes too.
happy. Yeah, we got some fellas out there. Shout out to the fellas that watched you.
So tell us about the pod. Where can folks find you? What's the handle?
Each and every Tuesday, Bulture Podcast, and it's right behind me. But yeah, each and every Tuesday on all the platforms. I not break the clips down like on YouTube. So whatever hot topics, you can just literally put the topic in, put Bulture Podcast, and it'll come up. But literally on all major podcast apps.
Dope. Yeah, Britt.
All right, we're happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us to kick off season 7 of Small Talk. So before we get started, before we start asking you some little questions and actually throw you in the hot seat, we do a little something called this or that. It's literally where we throw two choices out there. You tell us which one and why. So recently, I'm a huge fan of yours. Asia's a huge fan of yours. We watch your podcast religiously. We saw you put up a lot of clips regarding power. For those of y'all that don't watch Power, you need to get into it. Power Ghost, all that other stuff. So my first this or that question to you is, if you had to choose, are you choosing Rock or Monet?
For in what sense though? Like,
In a sense of you want her to be your leading lady.
I'm gonna just say Mary J because she just OD. That birthday picture did it for me. I ain't gonna hold you. That birthday picture of Mary J got me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta go Mary J. Anything else is just ridiculous at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That birthday
Okay.
picture did it.
Okay. I can understand why. Mary J. She
Don't get it
first of all,
twisted. Rock is fire. Like Rock is like just off like natural, pure, straight,
yeah.
old fashioned beauty. Rock is that. But that birthday picture of Mary J. Blige, like if this was a car, like you is no way you can't not want to test drive that car after seeing how fast that car can go. Like that's crazy. You got it. Like I gotta try it out.
Yeah. I agree with you. She does her thing, and they both play the hell out of those roles, man. I gotta give it to both of them. They do a great job playing those roles. Asia, who you got, Monet or Rock?
Y'all might not like this, but some people might know this. I'm really not a fan of Mary J. Blige in general.
For real?
Um, yeah, like actually for real. It's my unpopular opinion. So I will not be going with her for those reasons and those reasons alone.
Like why? What's your beef with Mary J?
I just feel like it's just a lot. I think she's overrated. I think that she came out at a particular time that got her the credibility that she has, but the talent part of it, mm-mm.
Also, so quick question though. Does you feel like that? You feel like that time frame she came out was easier than like what other time frame are you comparing it to?
No other one. I just think that when she came out, I don't think that there was many people that could have like because like she's deemed like the queen of hip hop, right? Like a lot of
Mhm.
people say that like that's her thing. Even though it's interesting, right? Because she's a singer. So how she even got that. So I think in a cultural sense, sure, I can see that. I'm just over I never was a fan of the song. I don't think she can sing. Like that
Mm.
actually the basis of it, I do not think that she can hold a note. I think she's a storyteller, but I do not think that she can hold a note.
When it comes to R&B, which one you think is more important, like holding a note or actually I guess the lyrics being relatable?
Both, because for me, R&B, I think that's a big part of R&B in general. It's about you being able to tell a story and also hold a note while you're telling said story. I don't really like this is not where this is supposed to go, but sometimes when I hear her singing, Lord forgive me, but it sounds like screeching in my
So quick
ears.
question then. Don't you think a lot of people, I guess their biggest discredit to Beyonce and Rihanna is neither one of them have ever told no type of story. And that's why I still kind of
Yeah.
like room for so many miscellaneous, like your Janae's or your, I mean, SZA or whoever. That's why I guess there's still room for other women to kind of like flourish, because Rihanna or Beyonce never kind of gave you no type of like story.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, but I also don't put Beyonce or Rihanna in the R&B category. They're pop to me.
Oh, I got
So
you. Okay.
I don't even put them in that same, but like, but like a Janae, right? Like she can hold a note and she
Mhm.
can tell a beautiful story. You know what I'm
For
saying? Like
sure.
hers more like a lullaby type vibe. But
Of
like,
course.
so for me, that's how but yeah, so that's my little gripe. So that's why,
Mhm.
sorry, I didn't mean to
I
take
think,
us down that road. But
honestly,
Mikey did it.
if you could sing, the lyrics don't even really have to be on point. At least for me anyway.
For
Because
real?
if you've ever listened to somebody that can seriously carry a tune, like you're caught in the music because of what they sound
Mhm.
like. It's almost like you're in a trance. They can be singing about chicken nuggets and you're like, damn, that sounds good. But I mean, obviously, if the lyrics kind of go hand in hand with them actually holding a note, it's a win-win. But I think holding a tune, it weighs a lot more than the lyrics itself. At least for me. Anyway, that's my opinion. And I'm with you, Asia. I'm not a huge Mary J fan, even though she did her thing, like I said. But in terms of acting wise, if I had to choose, or a leading lady, if you will, I'm definitely going with Rock. She knows the game. She holds down the fort a little bit. I mean, Monet is just Monet. She's Mary J. What you got, Asia?
Dang. Okay, Mikey, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Sundress or leggings?
Regular leggings or like the gym leggings that all the girls wear now, that like when they be working out, because it's a difference.
There's a difference.
There is a difference. There is
Them
a
gym
difference.
leggings I'm taking them gym leggings over any sundress any day. I don't care what size the girl is. Them gym leggings where that split go like up and it split the cheeks complete.
Yeah.
Oh my Jesus Christ. Like if you can't pull them off, then it's almost like no hope for you. You gonna have to, yeah, you might have to go holler at Dr. Miami. Because them leggings, I've seen everybody type in them leggings and they work for everybody from the skinny to the big and everything in between. Them leggings, them gym leggings, and everybody know what I'm talking about. They got that deep cut in the
Mhm.
between and it split them cheeks
With the little
exactly right.
scrunch, a little.
Yeah, with that
Those
scrunch
French.
right in the middle.
Yep.
Oh Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
Yep. Yeah.
That's the greatest thing. I don't know whoever made that, but they need a goddamn Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, whatever. Get them every award under the blue moon. Whoever made them gym pants. Jesus Christ.
It's a great enhancer. I agree with you. Everybody looks good in them.
But they're so like, let's be clear about that. They are uncomfortable. They
Well,
look
I don't know
good,
what they like, but I just know
but
they're good to look at.
well, let me tell you, they are uncomfortable, especially being in the gym. Like I used to be like a gym rat, right? Like, and those were the leggings that was like, you look good in them, but it's like I'm not doing that on squats. Uncomfortable. Anybody that says different, they're lying.
So do
They're
you think
lying.
they wear them just because of the attention?
Yeah.
Well, twofold, yes, and also because they're so popular now, it's actually very hard to find leggings or even gym shorts without them.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
actually very, very hard to find it without the scrunch. That's just how they make them now.
I mean, they are, I will say this, they are lightweight. They're uncomfortable because they're in your ass 24/7, like
Mhm.
literally right there. So it doesn't
Squishy,
matter
squishy.
if you bend, squat, whatever, they're always in your crack. So I think that's what makes them a little bit uncomfortable. But if you one of those girlies that likes to wear thongs every day, I don't see it as a problem.
Mhm.
And it's definitely worn to enhance and gather the sight that you are desiring.
Shout out
Into a
to
little bubble.
But put me in a sundress any day. It's more comfortable. It's free flowing, I like sundresses. For different reasons. I know men have.
I'm sure. I mean, realistically, I'm sure they way more comfortable because you don't got to wear nothing under them, and they kind of more, I guess, it's damn near. It look like it's free, like you kind of really ain't got nothing on. It's almost like what's the women used to wear back in the day? What is it called, a muumuu or something?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Comfy.
Yeah. I think there's more movement in a sundress too.
Yeah, but you got to actually have something for it to be a movement. Like that's the difference between them and them pants. Like them pants is like universal
True.
for everybody. Nobody don't got to feel left out. For to get that sundress attention, you kind of got to be built a certain type of way.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fact.
No, that's true. I didn't think about
I didn't think about it. I mean, we just put on and go. All right.
that.
Well, we're about to throw you in the hot seat. Here comes the questions. I'm gonna kick it off. I'm gonna read it because mine's fairly long, and just give me your best honest opinion from the male perspective. So, your lady of 3 years takes you out to dinner. You get there, and all your friends and family are there, and the next thing you know, you look down, and she's on one knee proposing to you. Are you saying yes? If not, what's your next move?
You gotta say yes, just because that won't take a lot of balls. I feel like just even for a man or woman, just to get to that step, that take a lot of guts, though. Like that's almost like I look at if I can compare it to sports, is like literally like taking the game-winning three to either win or lose the NBA championship. So it's like you can't. I couldn't say no. I don't even know if I could live with myself because I meet so many women who say no. Like they take it like a badge of honor. Like, oh yeah, I've been proposed to like 3 times and you still single. Like you never don't look back at that and be like, you don't feel like an idiot. And you consistently getting older. You're not getting younger. Like, so you're not gonna replay some of those situations. And if a woman get on her, bro, I'm gonna say yeah. I may feel I probably feel stupid afterwards, but I'm just gonna say yeah, it is what it is.
But are you saying yeah because you feel like you need to say yeah because you want to save her the embarrassment, or are you really like, okay, yeah, she for real about me?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think both of those things can be true. I don't necessarily know if it has to be one or the other because one, yes, I wouldn't want to embarrass her, especially if it's somebody you like. If this to the point where she's that confident and just sitting here saying, especially because I'm a super nonchalant person and you went out your way to have all these people here and you almost felt like I know we there, I know this person well enough that I know that they're gonna say yeah. Me personally, you take that gamble, I'm gonna say yeah just off the strength. I don't want you to look stupid. And then two, I just like it's cool. Like you took the step. Maybe you felt like I was dragging my feet, or I may be lacking somewhere where you felt like if leaving it up to me, it would have took a little bit longer. So I respect it.
That's interesting. That's an interesting
I did
insight.
not expect that
Expect it
perspective
either.
at all.
Why
But
not?
that's
What you thought I was gonna say? Like no, I was gonna be
No,
mad.
no. Well, most dudes, let's be for real, most dudes are like, no, like that's a man thing to do,
Yeah, but
right?
a lot of
Like
dudes,
that's
but you know the crazy thing is, and I always say, and this is why I guess like even when you have like these broad conversations, I be wanting to know, like I be needing to know like what's this dude's background on when it comes to dealing with women. So that I'm going to feel insecure by this one moment. I done been with so many women. So if a woman could sit here and look bypass all that and every other flaw that I may have and still be like, cool, I don't care. I want to marry you, dog. I'm going to take my hat off to her because that's for us to even get here. And I ain't been here with hundreds of women I've dealt with. You ought to go already. So I don't care. But most men who be like, oh, I wouldn't do that, and they throw the ego thing, and you probably only dealt with like 5 or 10 women your whole life. Like, bro, go do something else with yourself.
are you
Like, I don't even want to hear. That's why most like when dudes talk about relationships and I'm a huge advocate on, hey, I be needing to know like your dating history. I need to see, look what you look like. Like, pause. If you're not even a handsome looking dude, I'd be like, bro, I don't even care what you're talking about.
not a credible source.
You're not. Like if I always that's when women be sending me like other dudes who be having podcasts and they be having. I always ask the woman, "Would you sleep with this man?" Your answer is no. Then why do you care what his opinion is on what he talking about with dating? If you wouldn't sleep with him, he could say the greatest thing on planet Earth, but if you wouldn't personally lay in the bed with him, why do you care his opinion?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I can't shut you down there. I do. So let me ask you this then. After you say yes, are you then going to get her a ring later?
So to me, I would think the only way that it probably would get there, maybe let's just say if I'm financially tapped and she know that. So
Okay.
maybe that was the reason why she jumped the gun. So if that was the case where it may be like, all right, well, she knew that I couldn't get her a crazy ring. Would I still want to? Of course, because I do feel like if you in a real relationship, Christmas, birthday, Valentine's Day. So if you already make that commitment to be in a relationship, you gotta do it. Like, I feel like it's just certain things you gotta do. Like those three days of the year, you gotta show up above and beyond. So if you go that far, even if I had to go pick up 2 extra jobs just to kind of, excuse me, to make up for that, then I'll do it.
Okay, that's fair.
But I think most men, that is why they drag their feet with it, because they just financially tapped. They can't, their brain is, damn, I got to spend $10,000-$15,000 on a ring, then we got to get married. But I think most men, if you financially was already whatever your number is, and you got that, if you know, I for a fact I got this in the bank account, most men probably already be married if they being honest with themselves.
I'm stunned. I was not expecting these responses. You are, let's be real, like you are literally the first, probably one of the first males to come through here with this perspective. Because a lot of dudes come through here, and shout out to all the dudes that have came through. But they have a different perspective in the sense that, like, nah, it's not even financially being ready or not. It's like, I know what I want. And it's me taking the lead, like, as a man. So when I'm ready and I know what I want, sis don't have to wait. She won't. If I can marry if I propose within 2 weeks, or if I propose within 2 years, right? Like, it's because I know what I wanted.
So then my question will be, then what's the hold up then? If you are a single man and you sitting here saying that, and you saying it's not the finances, because most men ain't gonna be honest and say it's not the financial situation, then what is it? Since it's that easy, you know what you want, then why ain't you married? Something that math ain't mathing.
All right. Questions that need answers.
But what if you don't want to marry her?
Then why you, after a certain age, why are you even still dealing with her? That's why I am a firm believer in deal with people who have already had their whole phase a few times. You got to come to me tired, dog. I don't want you still having energy of thinking the grass is greener, or thinking you can still get James Harden. No, I want you to get all that out your system. I want you to date your NBA player and he slutted you out. I wanted you to date your NFL player and he beat your ass. I want you to date your scammer, he messed your bank account up. I want you to go through every last one of those phases that every woman fantasizes about, so you can already know, hey, I've done all that. I got it out of my system. I'm okay with just dating the regular man who knows how to show up for me and actually know how to love me. And everything else, it is what it is, because I've already tried it. And most people will always have, it's just like a dude. If I've only been with 5 women my entire life and I'm ready to get married, guess what? My whole entire marriage, I'm still gonna have wandering eyes, because I'm gonna wonder how, oh damn, how this Asian woman feel, how this white woman feel, how this Spanish woman feel. I never had sex with a woman with a BBL. I never dealt with a stripper, because you only dealt with 5 women. Even if it's 10, let's make it the window a little bit more regular for the regular guy who thinks that's something accomplished. So you done dealt with 10 women. Though you know how many different type of women it is in every county and city in the world? 10, that you ain't even got your appetite wet. So now guess what you always do? You always still lusty. That's why they got Finsta accounts and all that, bro. Nah, live some life for real. So when you come to me, we both already tired. I'd rather you come with baggage than you come with lusty eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's true. Okay. That's good.
Yep.
So next question. What is your biggest sexual fear?
I don't know. I don't know if I got one. Like, probably just doing pause, not doing like no fruity stuff. Like, we ain't about to go that far. Like, I ain't about to do that. Like, that will be it then. Like, doing nothing like fruity, I'm cool with it.
Okay. So Shorty's like, so I'm kind of tired, but I'm not that tired. I still have some areas that I want to explore with you. You would be like, nah.
Well, I mean, it
She
depends.
says, like, you know,
It depends
I
on
want a dude in here too.
Doing a what now?
A dude in here too, if that she says.
Oh, she want to throw somebody, another man? Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's too close to being gay. Yeah, I ain't doing that. Because then I mean I really don't like you for real.
Yeah, so you're not a fan of sharing, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, that stuff I did when I was a kid, like 16, 17, 18, 19, even 20, 21. Yeah, yeah, man, I got this little freak joint. Yeah, like, bro, I'm too old for that now. Like, you could have caught me when I was in my 20s.
Okay. That's fair.
Like, that's nuts. If you in your 30s and you still trying to get a train ran on you, like, bro, what you do while you was in college? Like, come on, dog, get out of here.
But that speaks to the point that you were just bringing up earlier, talking about experience. Right. Some people have not experienced that, and it's still on their bucket list, right? So again, I guess that would be one of
Well,
those.
guess when you can experience it, and you should never come back to a dude that you like. You go on a girl's trip, experience it. I won't never know. Don't even tell your homegirl. Just sneak out and go do it on your own time. I won't know. Just don't come back with no STD or don't come back pregnant. How am I ever going to know? Like, whatever, no foul. What does it say? No harm, no foul, or whatever it is. Or if I don't know, I'm cool. I'd rather not know.
Right.
But don't come to me because now I'm going to look at you crazy. Like, I've been turned, this crazy thing is, I've been turned off by women where sometimes I used to be like, damn, I wish every woman had an OnlyFans link in her bio. So you can kind of almost, you can look at what you buying already, right? So like if I want, before I want to date you, I could just go look at your OnlyFans profile, see how you give it up in the bedroom and see if it's a waste of my time. Now I kind of regret it because it was this girl I was lusty over on the gram. She had an OnlyFans link and it was cheap. Went, copped it. And that was my first joint ever copping. But I got so judgmental because I'm looking at the dates, the dates is on there. And then I'm like, damn, you didn't hit like 6 niggas with no rubber on. Like, this is crazy. So it kind of came, but it was like almost a turn off for me because it was just like, all right, cool. Well, you just regularly, and you kind of just freaked out. Like you was in a pandemic going crazy. And I'm not saying that I wasn't, but mine ain't on camera. Like, damn, dog. And it's cheap. So it's just like, I really got to see this. Like, that was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. That's off. Is that a limit for you? Like if you see stuff like that, that's a done deal for you.
Because it wouldn't have been a done deal if it was probably one dude the whole time. I would have been still cool. But I'm looking at it like, damn, it's like 5 dudes and you let all of them go raw. Like, you crazy. And I think she lived like in Atlanta or something. So I was like, yeah, you really wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No.
So for you, so it's like, so you would want for the person to, to have their whole face. You said a couple of them, but just in the sense that you don't know about it or you don't know certain details
No,
about it.
no, I can even know about it and I can know about the details to it, but it's still like you go because I wouldn't personally like, let's just say if I was dating a woman, right? And she was like, oh, let me see a video, send me a video. I'm not gonna send her multiple jumps without a rubber. I got multiple jumps with a rubber on. Send her them ones, like so you can look like a responsible adult. So she could be like, oh, at least he getting all these women, but at least he's putting on a jump. Like, damn, like you're just going bareback mountain is crazy.
Oh my God. Yep.
That's hilarious.
That is.
You gotta be responsible with it. I get it.
No, and I'm not gonna lie to you. And just me as a man, I'm going to look at some of these dudes and I'm gonna kind of judge you a little bit. I'm gonna think like, damn, I thought you had like higher standards. So don't get me wrong. Like if that girl still like, if I was still like wanted to, like I probably wouldn't pursue as hard. And that's why sometimes I be mad when women don't like don't let me see what your baby father look like. Let me see what your last ex look like. I hate the private life, happy life. No, let me see so I can judge you a little bit. Cause I'm not about to sit here and back the Brinks truck up and sit here and woo and wow you when you was letting boo-boo around the corner with the Michael Jordan jeans, like crush you out of the box. Like, no, dog, I need to see something. Like, nah, that's why I don't like people who be trying to be too private. You hiding stuff. You're not that private. You just hiding this piece of, did you let him beat you out the nights? Like, nah, dog.
But what if you're like her upgrade?
I can be your upgrade, but then you better treat me like I'm an upgrade. Don't make me try to jump through hula hoops like I'm a part of the circus. That be the problem. Like, yeah, okay, if I'm the upgrade, then treat me like such. Don't sit here and make this like this. I'm a part of the Universal Soul Circus. Like, nah.
I feel that though too, because I feel like I would feel a way if I saw like somebody that I was interested in and they're treating me like whatever, but I'm looking at all the shorties that they was with before, like,
And it was worse. You gonna feel some
like
type of way.
yeah, like that's yeah, I would feel disrespected.
Exactly.
Like you don't see me compared to that?
Exactly. Come on.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Do you feel like you have any red flags? If so, what are they?
When I get comfortable, I probably talk too much.
That's
And
a
I
red
just
flag?
forget. Yeah, because I think my opinions for podcasts is like amazing, but when it comes to like dating, it's probably like horrible. Like I remember going to, I was at this girl house, and it might have been during the pandemic. We was playing spades, and it was all her friends, and like we having conversation, but I'm forgetting you and this girl talk. You can't talk like you talk on a microphone. Because she gonna feel some type of way, like you beating your chest and you just have, and it's not even me beating my chest, it's me having honest conversation. But I understand that honest conversation by somebody you're intimate with don't fit as well as it is when you're entertaining people. So if you talking like with a different type of bravado, like I always know that's what always happens. For most women, especially the more popular the podcasts get, it always becomes a thing like, they're gonna eventually stop listening. That's why I kind of even try to like change my topic base a little bit. Like, damn, because it's just like that get hard. Like, if you still in your mind think about getting married, you gotta kind of almost be a little bit conscious of your content a little bit, because you can scare people away when it comes to just, and especially if you got a real experience in life. So it's like your brutal honesty sometimes can be a turn off to people.
Yeah,
So
but
if I'm
you
just
don't.
talking about sports, if I'm talking about TV shows, if I can turn it like a dating topic from just something like a Genie Mai and Jeezy, then I can flip that. But if I'm just dragging from my real life, it hurt a little bit, because I may not even be showing up, especially like for the dudes who are like, oh, you always supposed to cater to a woman, you supposed to bring her those flowers. Let's say if that's my normal, and I sit here and say made 50 videos about doing that, right? But then when I finally meet this girl, I may be going through a financial hardship, and now I can't. All these roses that I didn't promise all my followers, why she gonna wonder why you ain't showing up for me like that? That's what you said in every last one of these videos, and that sometimes that be the reality. So how
That's
do you
true.
explain that? Because guess what she never gonna do? She never gonna verbalize it, but she gonna mentally sit here and start to feel like you don't really like her for real. She gonna feel like, oh, all that stuff he talked about on his Instagram and this, that, and the third, it was on that podcast, it was a goddamn lie. Because when me and him dated, he ain't show up that way. But realistically, you may not know, I just hit a slow patch and finances got tight. So yeah, I couldn't show up. No, the way what I have said on microphone, I may honestly really want to like move like that all the time, but I just you caught me at the wrong time.
Okay. But do you feel like it takes away from your authenticity a little bit?
No, because I do feel like that space sometimes gets it get oversaturated. And even just to be honest, even when that time you talking with that live show, that's how I kind of just like I be sometimes over a lot of those topics. So it'd be like it's easy for me to kind of just like shut down, because it's like I don't never feel like that's not real. That's not my real life. Like when I hear people talk about these, I'm like, no, that's not my dating experience. Just to be able to interact with women, to talk, to shoot my shot, it'd be too easy. So all the extra razzle dazzle and all this other stuff, like I haven't experienced some of that. So that extra sauce that the dudes that sit here and say to you, I ain't never had that extra sauce with it. Like for what? I was the whole pandemic I was getting over with a pack of Uno cards. Me and that Uno cards was doing numbers. I didn't all that other shit y'all talking about. I wasn't sending cash. I don't own a Cash App. I can show y'all my phone right now. Ain't no Cash App on there. Ain't no Zelle on there. No Apple Pay. None of that weird stuff. Oh, you need a Cash App or something? Shit, me. You better pull out these Uno cards and draw for.
Okay. I mean, yeah, and so it's hard. Again, like this is my first time. I'm not gonna lie to you where I'm stumped, because your responses they're real. And I feel like a lot of women have certain expectations. We live in a society today where dating and relationships is getting out of hand. Quite frankly, I believe some microphones should be taken away, but that's neither here nor there. But now that as you're talking about like how you went over homegirl's house and you was trying to have a conversation, you had to realize you weren't on the microphone. But do you feel like that kind of weeds out the people that you should really be with in the first
No,
place?
of course, yeah, no, of course, I do agree with that, but it do sometimes, because let's just sit here and say, like, if I was sitting here making millions of dollars off a pod, I would never care. But when you still sitting here, it's like, okay, you still trying to figure out how to continue to build your audience so it can turn to a financial peak. You still kind of want to be able to build something with somebody at the same time, so it kind of make it you just still gonna always be conscious of it, because it happens. It at least listen, since I've been podcasting for like 4 years. Out of that 4 years, I swear to God, I didn't had these same conversations about what you said on your podcast at least 100 times. And then I watch it go from, and then and don't get it twisted. Sometimes even with women, if you get like, I know women who when they single, I'm listening to such and such, but I paid attention to, you'll stop posting it when you get in a relationship, because most dudes wouldn't be comfortable with you. Why you keep tagging this dude in on your such and such? Like, dudes be insecure. I know it, because I paid attention from when I first started. Every woman in the DMV will sit here and reposting and all that. But then slowly but surely, I'm sure them dudes getting you. Oh, why you keep posting this nigga such and such? Why you keep that? So it just be like, to even kind of avoid it. And don't get me wrong, I like talking about sports and music and TV shows more than I do about relationships anyway, because that's in my free time, that's all I do. So it's easier, but I can still speak from the same way I'm talking to y'all. Okay, I'm going to show up on your show and give you my authentic self. But at the same time, like for just me, it's kind of like, all right, if I can just, when those topics come up, I'll do it. Or if I can come on somebody else's show like y'all's right now, I can do it. But then I can just, for me, I can go the harder way, because the easier way is talking about these conversations. Like, these are so easy to sit here, they reshareable, what is the difference between me sitting here saying the same stupid stuff that everybody else sit here and say? That's not hard. The harder thing is to give an honest take on what you may feel like what's going on in the real world, or take a sports take, or what's your taste on music, because those stuff, like, dog, talk about Nicki Minaj and talk about her the wrong way and watch how your mention's gonna look. I'd rather sit here and debate about somebody's baby mama, baby father drama than deal with the Bobs every day. Like, it's a headache. So I mean, you live and you learn. So I don't regret it, but I kind of wish it would be like, I don't know. I wouldn't change none of it, but I would be lying to you if I didn't say I don't think about it a lot. Like, damn, I've ruined a relationship because I was just talking crazy on the microphone.
Okay. Any other any other red flags?
I'm probably quiet in real life because of that. Like, people will get upset about that too. Like, that'll be of a turn off. Like, oh, you could talk on front of that goddamn camera. You be on Instagram making videos all day, but why you so quiet in person, bro? Because what you want me to say? I don't got nothing to say right now.
You're speaking facts, and it's only because we witnessed this in real life, right? And I feel like you have to, and I'm just being real with you. Just sitting here now, getting to know you, getting to talk to you right now. You have you have a very magnetic personality. Like, you can we can hold a conversation, we can have that conversation, but just off rip in person, you can. And again, we talked about this, you being focused on the game, but just that silent personality. I feel like a lot of people don't take well to that, or they think somebody's being rude, or they think somebody's just an introvert or not being social or whatever it is. So do you feel like you provide a lot of opportunity for people to get to know you, to allow you an opportunity to open up?
I do, but I think a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know how to initiate conversation. So you're looking for me to drive the conversation. So if you're looking for me to drive the conversation, I don't want to talk 90% of the time, because that's not my background. Don't come from that. Like, I didn't go to college. I didn't work no regular jobs. So, like, my background ain't just, it's to be flashy, but not to be talking. So it's like for you to see me, but not for me to be heard. Like, I don't just, that's not what I ever really was into. So it's just like, if you know how to hold a conversation, if you ask me questions, I know how to answer them. But if you sitting here just thinking I want to pick your brain, I really don't care. Now, if I sit here and say, hey, how was your day? And you don't know how to elaborate where I can find parts to speak from, what do you want me to do? I don't necessarily know what to tell you. But if, like, for me to, like, let's just say a good relationship would be, let's say if you listen to the Breakfast Club every day like I do, we could talk about that. Or we got a TV show that we both watch, or we could talk about this show. Did you like such and such? Like, even how y'all started this off. Oh, what did you think about Rock or Mary J? And guess what? If I didn't know how to conversate, when she say she didn't like Mary J. Blige, it would have just been dry right there. But because I know how to talk from a conversation, now I can allow the conversation to continue to grow. So most women, you looking for me to literally pull a LeBron James and carry this whole conversation? No, I'm not carrying the whole conversation. You better throw me some assists, and I promise you I'm going to make the bucket. But if you're not throwing no assists, well, guess what? This game going to be over.
Do you approach women, or you let them approach you?
I don't go nowhere, so I'm an Instagram DM demon. So if you know how to work the DMs the right way, and you hot enough gym videos, all right, I know what time it is, and I can do the rest. Like I said, just throw me the assist. I'm going to shoot the perfect shot, but just let me know that that you throwing me the ball. I ain't gonna just take random shots. You gotta, like, just like a couple Jones, so send a wild emoji and I'll go from there.
Yeah, with the gym leggings, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the scratch butt. That is hilarious. I think one of the things too is like, I think just being in the podcast space, I think it's interesting because I think Britt and I, we've kind of picked up on like it really is a whole different world like than real life. Like, and it's interesting because on a podcast you're having real conversation, right? You're talking about real world stuff, but I feel like when you then actually go into the real world and are engaging with other people, they expect so much of you. So they either expect for you to be like always combative, always have an opinion about something. Because I'm the same way. I'm actually an introvert. And so, but if you hear me, I have a lot of opinions and I'm kind of spicy sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like on the pod. But I feel like it's interesting to kind of have that switch and to know. So do you feel like, do you purposely and consciously now have to then say, let me turn my podcast self off so that I can like be present in this space? Or are you just always kind of on?
I think I'm always on, and I think that's the hard thing because it's just like, especially if you because I record weekly, and then sometimes I know even just like let's just use for like YouTube for example, I know for a fact, or even trying to build an audience on TikTok or Instagram, all of them you still have to engage daily as well. So you got to still promote what you already done, but now you still got to catch what's going on leading up through the day. So you got to still be on and like, all right, is this, do I really got an opinion on this? And some things I may not have an opinion on. So I got to, if it's that popular, I got to force myself to have an opinion on that. So when you constantly thinking about that all day long, and you can't just sit, and I'm not one of those people that just be like, oh, I got a post that got 500,000 views on it. I'm just about to sit on this for the rest of the month. Hell no. I need to keep doing that. And the more that's one thing I say, I always tell people I love about NBA Youngboy. If you don't get caught up in the numbers, you just keep keep shooting. I'm gonna just keep dropping constant content. So
Mm-hmm.
is the more content I'm trying to create, my brain is constantly working because 90% of that stuff I really don't care about. But I know for a fact if you want to get the engagement, you better get on it. The faster you can get it on there, the better. The longer you take, then people may be over that topic. Like think about the Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp thing. If you ain't jump on that ASAP and you said I'm gonna wait a week, well, I already heard the Breakfast Club opinion on it. I heard Joe Budden opinion on it. I heard this and the third. So,
Right.
so if you talking about a person who really listens to a bunch of podcasts, and don't get it twisted. Some people may have a niche audience where they only want to hear your opinion on it. That's cool. But if you sitting here saying I'm trying to grow an audience, that means you sharing space with everybody. So you got to get on some of these topics faster because Joe Budden fans is waiting to hear him say it. You get what I'm saying? But if you're trying to get everybody in between and some of his fans, you got to say it before he said it. So it's just with that, I
Right.
don't never, it's hard to cut that off because if you cut it off, then you kind of like you allowing your baby to really go. And maybe that's why I'm single because I'd rather chase that than sit here and say, oh yeah, let me keep investing into this relationship. And like y'all said a few minutes ago, the dating scene now is just, it's so wishy-washy, it's so up and down, and you're so performative. You okay, let's say if you do it once and then it don't work, then you got to keep doing it. Well, you could just keep pouring into your business, and then whenever you feel like you successful at your business, and then you want to put that energy into somebody else, cool. But for me right now, I'd rather put the energy on this microphone.
Yeah. Respect. Like that's respect. I'm over here. I'm low key like getting like I feel like I'm getting chastised. You don't know this. Brittany definitely does. I don't do the Instagram thing, like social media. I feel like I just don't. I don't. And it's interesting because you saying that, I'm like, dang, I really need to start doing that because sometimes I don't have an opinion on things and I don't have the mentality that you just said, right? Because sometimes I will legit be like, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have the opinion on it. You know what I mean? Like, and I stand on
Mm-hmm.
that. But I think like as you're saying that, I'm like, yeah, that's a good takeaway. I feel like I'm learning something right now
No, for sure.
about
Because I mean,
podcasting.
if you honestly want to grow your audience, you have to because it's just like you never know what will make somebody like you or not. Now I'm not sitting here saying, hey, go down the rabbit hole of giving an opinion every time Blueface and Krishan do something. Like I'm not doing that. There's certain things that I will just skip. Like that's just they do too much that I know my brain can't move at that fast as their brains do, and I just can't get that stupid. Like I can get stupid, but I can't get that stupid. Like they got me. Like anything to do with the Zeus network, somebody else can cover it. I'm cool. I don't want no parts of it.
Yeah, yeah. And I think too, like a lot of it, to be fair, Asia, a lot of it is draining. Shout out to you for doing and recording weekly and giving your opinions on stuff, even when you don't want to. Because I'm one of those people that I'm like, nope, not giving this the time or the energy. Don't care. I don't care what type of audience, whoever, whatever. I just don't. I think what works best for us is just kind of topic wise and just kind of going with the flow. But when you're reporting social news, you're absolutely right because things are rolling every single day. Something's
Mm-hmm.
happening every single hour, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
if you're on social media. But it can be overwhelming. It can be draining. The comment section is absolutely
For sure.
ridiculous. And
For
it's
sure.
like, yeah, I need to unplug and disconnect. Like I gotta be in the mood to want to give an opinion on certain things.
I'm listening to what I'm saying. I totally agree with you on that, but then I understand what you'll see from, and maybe just because this may be the competitor in me, I will get mad if I see Like somebody, let's just use academics, for example. I'll be mad at like, damn, his platform's so big, but I can't be mad if I watch him do a live stream for 8 hours. He put in the work to get that platform to that level. So that stuff that you felt like, hey, I didn't feel like talking about, guess what he did? He still kept talking about it. And that's why his platform is as big as it is. So it just depends. For some people, like for me, if I'm one of those people, like if you sitting here saying, oh, I hate working my job, I hate this, that, and the third, and this is your passion, and this is what you're passionate about, every day that you drag your feet with not putting forth the effort into this, then guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna keep working that job you hate. And that's the same way with people with vacation. Oh, I can't wait to go on another vacation. You know why you can't wait to go on another vacation? Because you hate that goddamn job. If you didn't hate your job as much, you wouldn't be as pressed to go on a vacation.
Yeah.
You never hear, guess what you never hear? When you watch TV or you watch them TV shows or you watch like whatever, let's say like I just use sports. You never hear Stephen A. Smith say, I can't wait to go on vacation. You know why? Because he don't hate his job.
He loves his job.
Skip Bayless be on that job every single goddamn day. He don't take no days off.
Yeah.
Don't matter how you feel about Skip Bayless, he on that goddamn show every day. Guess you know why? Because he don't hate his job. But you can't wait to get on vacation because you hate your job. So if you know for a fact you hate your job, why not sit here and say, hey, I'm gonna put more effort into something that I actually know that it's the sky's is the limit with this. It's just on me putting in the effort.
That's a gem.
Dang. Well, speaking of taking a step back from things, how do you feel, or how do you know when to take a step back from from a relationship, from a friendship, from a job? Like at what point, well, you kind of clarified like on the job bit, right? But like, when do you know when it's time to just like go?
Oh, I love people. I let people ghost me. I'm the king of getting ghosted. I love it. I'm here for you to ghost the hell out of me. Please do. Because then I won't ever feel like what's what I'm not gonna do. I'm never gonna double text you. Unless we just flowing like this is just the normal flow and like everything is regular. But I can tell when them conversations starting to get a little dry, that speed getting a little bit slower. I say I'm pay attention, say less. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna text you no more, and I'm gonna allow you to ghost me. So you can feel like you got one up. It ain't no, you won't feel no, I'm not gonna feel no type of way. You ain't gonna feel no type of way because you're gonna feel like, oh, I ghosted that nigga. Cool. Say less. I'm happy. I am the king of allowing women to ghost me. I be happy. And I can see it and feel it coming. And I'd be like, yes, no more good morning Texas. And I know this conversation will be completely done. Move on to the next.
But do you feel so like do you have a conversation before she gets ghost? Like if let's say good morning text is your thing, right? And then all of a sudden you feel like the temperature in the room is different. You stop sending the good morning text and then it leads to like an argument, a back and forth. Are you going back and forth or you just stop?
Oh no, in 9 times out of 10 it won't even lead to an argument because you just for whatever reason. And I have this conversation, and this is the crazy thing. I had this conversation with like way too many women where I feel like because they just feel like I have a lot of women I can deal with. They always come to me just in between. So you come in between where you will put your energy, and I pay attention to it. You put a lot of energy and be on my back, super aggressive for a couple of days, maybe even a month. And then whatever dude you was beefing with or whatever dude you feel like is really going to whine and dine you, then you'll just mysteriously go off and then you'll come back maybe a year later after that don't work out. I swear to God, I can show you like 10 different girls that this always happened with. I'm like, bruh, can you just be honest and say it instead of just trying to like run away and then you just always try to find like a little sneaky way like, hey, can I come and work out with you? You don't want to come and work out, dog. Just say, hey, whatever little dude you was dealing with, y'all not dealing with each other right now. And it never bothered me because it just allowed me to continue to focus on this. And I never have no real attachments. But it's so crazy how women do it. But they maybe just, bro, I pay attention. Like one thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to listen and I'm gonna pay attention. And I pay attention to how you just easily just like you super aggressive with what you want, and then you super just fly off, and then you stop posting a lot and whatever because you're in a relationship, but you just don't never want to post this dude. So that private life stuff, people hide behind that private life because you can really be super sneaky. So I'm never gonna argue with you about it because 9 times out of 10 we never had no reason to argue. We just stopped texting or stopped moving because somebody else may have started applying more pressure. Those things that you felt like you needed, it was just more than I need a little bit more than sex. I get it. I understand what I'm not bringing to the table. So I never feel no type of way when you go ghost. And I always allow you to come back with open arms. Like, here, I'm here for you. Come on. Because guess what I'm still never going to do? When you come back, I'm never going to apply more pressure. That same applies, whatever you felt like the first time, it's going to be that same way when you come back, buddy. It's like your favorite restaurant. You know exactly what you're going to get when you come back. I promise you, it ain't going to never change up.
Oh my God.
Is it different for you in like when you're talking about like females and stuff that you might be interested in or anything like that as opposed to friendships?
I don't have no friends, and I think that's what got me so like in love with podcasts. I'm not gonna say I don't have friends. I have friends, but I don't have friends to the point where we have to communicate full blown conversations every day. Like we can sit here and share like memes or hey, did you hear this song? You watch this interview? Like those type of situations. I talk to my friends every day on that length, but we talking about having full blown conversations or like I grew up with this person. I tell this to women all the time. Y'all have the luxury of like even if you grow up in a bad neighborhood you kind of it's safe for y'all never to outgrow your friends. But sometimes, like if I'm sit here, especially growing up and you playing in the streets, sometimes you gotta outgrow a lot of your childhood friends because they may not have moved up in the streets. They may have stayed stagnant, worked their regular jobs, but that hate will come in. So you gotta kind of like, let me get on the way away from here. Let me move far away so nobody don't know where I'm at. You don't see me unless you just see me on social media. You kind of out of my business for real. So it's just for a safety stint where it's not like I don't have no like childhood friends anymore. Maybe like one, and that's maybe because he was just already like a childhood friend, but he already lived in like a super good neighborhood, so he wasn't into the stuff that I was
Mm-hmm.
into. So it's like cool, we can be friends because you don't have no reason to be jealous. Your parents already lived in a big house, so there's nothing for you to ever be jealous about. But the dudes that you on the same street level with, and you heard and kind of get like super popular, and everybody kind of know your name, and nobody don't know their name, start feeling some type of way. So yeah, let me super exclude myself from that. So that's why it's so easy for me to I can literally listen to podcasts for 12 hours a day. Just pick random ones or the ones that are my favorites, and I listen to them every day long. And I only listen to music in the gym, so it's easy for the regular friend department. Yeah, I don't. That's like almost a non-existent for me.
Okay.
Mm. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Last question. This is so random, but on your on your playlist at the gym, do you have a song that you have to listen to every time that you're in there? Like, do you have like a go-to when it's legs, you always have to listen to that song?
No, but it's like if it's a new song out that I really like I'll make sure like damn I ain't listen to this song today. Like I be trying to be conscious of because I'm always trying to look for what's new so I can talk about it. But I
Mm,
still try to like consciously like I haven't listened to like let's say for last year it was like Lotto put it on the floor. Like I was just like I know at one point in time I was burning that song up, but you know as the months go on and more new music come out, you forget like damn I ain't listened to Put It on the Floor in a long time. I really did like that song. Let me
mm.
go back and listen to it. But like a song that I gotta listen to in the gym, nah, because my gym playlist I think I got like 6,000 songs now. So it's just like
How do you
whoever,
feel
whatever.
about the music? How do you feel about the music nowadays? Because it's interesting that you say you're always looking for something new, but a lot of folks are like, I skip over all this new music. I'm gonna stick to the old school music, the old school vibe, because music has just changed.
I just my always thing, and me and my brother argue about this all the time. Is like most people you don't work out because if you work out, you gonna always look for something new because you'll get if you go to the gym consistently, you'll get tired of certain songs. All right, though, I heard this shit yesterday. It's just like the radio, so it's like yeah, you may have your nostalgia songs that you can't be like okay if it come on you won't listen to it, but like especially doing cardio, though, you be needing that drill music. Like, I don't care how you feel about it. Yeah, of course, I wouldn't want to sit here and ride around if I had kids and my kids listen to NBA Youngboy all day. But you try to do 5 miles on a treadmill by a certain time, where you go outside and try to run them miles, you ain't gonna be sitting here just listening to no goddamn Jay-Z. That old Nas, I'm ranking them and a bunch of big words. Them big words ain't gonna help you get through the miles, dog. You gonna hear something real stupid with a loud beat.
Yeah.
So like it's just that be a little bit different. I think
Yeah.
that's why I think the older you get, because when you kind of, I guess you're not going to the club anymore, you're not going to the lounges, so you kind of like finding yourself being old. To me, I will always tell people you still want to have that love for music, just go to the gym. I promise you, if you go to the gym, you're going to want to listen to what is the modern day stuff. Like imagine you sitting here saying, all right, you about to do some cardio. You about to do, let's say if y'all like the Stairmaster, or you about to do a leg day. You're not gonna want to listen to Queen Latifah over Meg Thee Stallion. Like, let's be serious, dog.
Right. Yeah, that's
Even Lil Kim, how many albums she got? So you gonna keep just playing Lil Kim all day? Nah, you gonna play some of that Cardi, you gonna play some of that City Girls. Like, look, we gotta be serious. But that's my point of you have to find somewhere to challenge yourself to be like, oh, this is my place where I can listen to new music. Well, I'm sitting here, I'm not gonna be in a house listening to no goddamn Young Boy or no Raw Wave or none of that. I don't listen to music in nowhere besides the gym. So when I'm in the gym, of course, I'm looking for different things to just sonically challenge my ears and my mind while I'm working out.
Hmm. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. That's a good answer because in the gym is totally different, right? You need something to motivate you to keep going to kind of pump you
Mhm.
up. even when you talk about like new music, I feel like for me when I was there, it was an artist for me. I would stick to an artist, like an artist a day, right? If I
Mm-hmm.
went to the gym 3, 4 times a week, then I know like, okay, this is the artist. If it was Nicki Minaj, I'm listening to all her albums, running it back, whatever, because I knew that it would hype me up. I knew that some songs I didn't hear because I didn't give her, I'm not turning that on in my car. I'm not listening to her album in my car. I'm not going to do that. But there might be some catchy beats and opportunity for me to do that when I am in the gym or when I am in even Asia, I don't know for you what you get, how you hype yourself up in the morning. You know, we see these crazy clients all the time as therapists, but there's sometimes where I have to turn on a specific artist to get my mind right. Like, okay, if it's gonna be like uh I don't even know, like a soulful R&B, because I know I'm dealing with this type of client today, or if it's gonna be like a hard heavy hitter because I know I'm dealing with this type of client. It just gets your mind right. So I definitely have to agree. It's time and place for everything. I didn't even think about that. I think most people are looking at these rappers, these artists now like this music is trash because we're so used to, if you're in your late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, our music was a little bit different and it has changed. Everything is very TikTokish. Everything is
But guess what
whatever.
though? But my thing is, you know what people who complain about that is though. You gotta think about it. Those people ain't even. You're not even creating no content. You're not on because if you was on TikTok or you was trying to create content even on Instagram, I guarantee. Guess what? I guarantee you wouldn't do. You wouldn't complain about how that TikTok is that music sound because you'll be like, oh, this cool for me to hurry up and put. Like, let's just say if you was one of the gym girls. Every
Mm-hmm.
gym girl, guess what they did? They did the Nicki Minaj, everybody. They did the
Everybody.
Nicki Minaj, fuck the club up. They did the ceiling challenge and all that other stuff. So it's just like certain things where you will appreciate those moments a little bit more if you were interacting on your socials. But hey, if I'm sitting here saying I'm grandpa, get off my grass type of situation, yeah, I'm not gonna never appreciate. Put that Most Def on, baby. I want to listen to Most Def. Cut that damn Drake off. Yeah, because you already going out to the front passenger, you ready to die. You already sitting here saying, I'm picking out my casket, I'm tapping my 401k, like it's already over for you. I ain't ready to hang
Not
it
the
up like that.
401k. Yeah, I think you make a good point with the music and Britt to your like question. Um, so for me, like being a therapist, I realized that I cannot have anything that gets me too hyped because the thing about me, yes, I'm an introvert, but I get very hyped very fast. And but so for me, I actually have to listen to like um what is the playlist? It's like Sunday Soul. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
I have a playlist, a specific playlist, and it's basically like it's R&B, but it's gospel. It's like Christian R&B. I don't know how to describe that. That is what I have to listen to because it puts me in like a okay, girl, like be calm. You gotta listen to the everybody's problem. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that. But when I was in the gym, interestingly enough, that's why I appreciate, I'm not a Spotify shorty, I'm an Apple Music shorty, but
Me
I
too.
appreciate it because there would be like the curated playlist specifically for like the gym and they would change it every Friday. So for me, I always love like listening to like certain like gym playlists, that type of thing, because I didn't have a specific gym playlist, I realized, because all my songs were so old. And then I would get tired of listening to them. But then there was one song that having a chokehold. It was the On My Mama song. And when I tell you something about that, I was like, I felt like I was really doing something in the gym, which I was. Um, but I think for me, so sometimes I do get I certain songs will snatch me up. But for the most part, I do like how we have like these curated playlists now, and they do change the songs like every on a weekly basis. That I did not even think about that until you said that. So appreciate you for talking to us about that. Any other questions or any other things you have for us, CEO Mikey of Bulture
I,
Podcast?
I'm on y'all time. I ain't in no rush. I'm on your time.
Okay, great, but that's fine. Guess what? We're not in a rush, but we are done. So we are so glad that you came on and you picked it with us today. So this has been another episode of Small Talk. You already know, two queens, two perspectives, one topic. But today we had CEO Mikey of the Bulture Podcast. Catch him on Tuesdays, right?
Yeah,
Don't let me
Tuesday.
mess it up.
Tuesday. Yep.
That's right, Tuesdays, talking about music, sports,
All the things.
Yeah,
all
whatever.
things. There we go. You're supposed to help me out, Mikey. That was your time. You were supposed
That
to.
was your cue.
You didn't do it. You didn't do it. But where can they find you? I know you said in the beginning, but let me know.
Yeah, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everything. CEO Mikey or Crazy with Mikey. It's either one or the other. I think TikTok is Crazy with Mikey. YouTube is Crazy with Mikey. Or you could just put in Bulture Podcast. TikTok, Twitter, I think is Crazy with Mikey, and then Instagram and Threads is what CEO Mikey. So whatever.
All the socials. You will find him. Ladies, if you want to shoot your shot, his DMs
Slide
are
that DM. It's
open.
wide
Just make
open.
sure that you have you send the
Wide
wild
open.
emoji.
And you
have the little
don't have to, and you
scrunchie
don't
to
guess
it.
what? You don't have to live in no certain area. I know how to travel. It is what it is.
Look
I like
at
long
that.
distance relationship better than anything else, to be honest.
Worldwide.
There you
Long
go.
distance relationships. They
I heard
work.
it here first.
And we will see y'all on the next episode. Bye.